léegi internet bi da ngay soxla waru yéex waaw waru yéex dafa war a speed foo gaaw ji la indi comme bi àdduna bi yëpp am loolu moo am solo moo tax Gambie bi ci kaw. Thank you very much. This is for you.
Thank you for having this interview with us, Mr. Colley. So my first question here would be, the campaign mayoral election ends today. What does this mean from your side, sir?
Yeah, it means that because like all the candidates were given 2 weeks to campaign. So today is the last day of campaign. So by midnight, everybody should stop campaigning. And then of course the public media, public or private media, we ask them, print or broadcast media, we ask them to stop broadcasting by midnight today. But nonetheless, opinions and commentaries are allowed tomorrow in the newspapers or even in the radios. And then all that we want people to do tomorrow is to talk about voter education, to talk about voter information, to encourage people to come out and vote, not to canvass now. The canvassing of votes ends today at midnight. But people can, media houses and other people can still talk to the electorate, because something which is very, very much important is for us to live together as Gambians after elections. So we need to talk about post-election, from tomorrow, that people need to come out, cast their votes and then go home and listen to the radio. Okay? Yeah, because there are certain, like the do's and don'ts of elections could be carried out tomorrow. The votes, polls open at 8 and then they close at 5. And then no congregation at the polling stations, no canvassing. People should not come in the colors of their party, or they should not come with any paraphernalia attached to any party. And then because we use the ballot, we still use the ballot drum, so we're discouraging people to come with bicycles, bells, bicycles, like when you vote, like there's a bell in the ballot drum. So if you cast your vote, the bell rings to alert the presiding officer that you voted. So we don't expect people to come with bicycles in the polling station. So you can leave it around 500 meters away, so that at least it will not interfere with the process. And of course, like, we don't want, especially my sons, the fullers, because they go to the bush, for hunting or for herding. I mean, for taking care of their herd. So when they're coming, they should not come to the polling station with their guns or with their how to call it, cutlasses and things like that, because arms are not expected. They are not allowed. Even the security, when they come to vote, they come barehanded, vote and then go. So we don't allow those things in there. So those are some of the things that people are expected to talk about tomorrow. Not to tell people come out and vote for me. Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned something about cutlasses and stuff and things like that. So is it like, is it because to prevent violence, that's the reason why they should not come?
Yeah, you should not come, because it's in the electoral law that you should not come with, you should not come with, you should not come armed.
Okay.
Because anything can happen. Where you have a group of people,
yes.
Election is a human activity, and where you have a human activity, you don't sort of, you expect anything. Yeah, so that's why it's one of the laws that you don't have to bring, because you don't have to come and fighting people. That's the essence, because if you come with a gun, you come with a pistol, or you come with a cutlass, certain people may feel intimidated.
Yes.
Because people have to come freely and make their choice. Go in, vote freely, and then go. You don't need to intimidate them.
Okay, that's fair enough, sir. So my second question would be, for instance, if a candidate supporter goes around town today wearing his or her T-shirts, what will happen in such situations?
Yes. No, we don't have a problem. Like, tomorrow is non-political activity day. You can wear your T-shirt, but you don't have to canvass.
Okay.
Where you should not wear the T-shirt is when you are going to the polling station. If you are going to vote, no, you would. For instance, if I'm a candidate, you support me. When you're going to vote, you don't have to put on my T-shirt.
Okay.
Because it's like you influencing other people. Even if you don't talk, people just by merely looking at those pictures, it reminds them of certain things. Yeah. So, but tomorrow, we don't have a problem. You can wear a T-shirt, but don't go and canvass.
Okay.
Yeah, without tomorrow is no political activity. It's a day set aside so that voters can sit down because they've been listening to all messages. Like in Carnifing, they have 9 candidates. You know, all the 9 candidates have been going around explaining their messages to people. So it's a day that people sit down and then decipher those messages and then try to, you know, some people slow deciders, you know, they don't decide, you know, very, very fast or very, very quick. So that's a day, you know, that you should sit down and think of what to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why. But on election day, no ashobi, no nothing. Don't go with that to the polling station.
Okay, so then I guess that will be well noted for people out there to know. So, like, what is your advice for the general public, for instance, concerning this election issue?
Yeah, my advice to the general public is to come out and vote. You see, there is something positive about this election and the one that passed, because on the 29th of March, there was an amendment. And the amendment is that, like Section 13, subsection 7, and then Section 20 of the Local Government Act. You see, those days, the president can remove, you know, an elected councillor or an elected mayor or chairperson. But with the amendment, you know, those things are deleted. So it means that, you know, our votes, you know, are worthwhile, because anybody we vote for in office, you know, cannot just be sacked by anybody. Like the president cannot just sack. So this is something which is very important for the people to know, that, you know, our voices will be respected, because no president will sack the chairperson or the deputy chairperson. So these are things that, because those days, even from recommendation from the minister, the president may sack. But this time they've removed those things, all those bad laws, and then, you know, they've amended in such a way that, like, things are for the better. So it is just to encourage people to come out and vote, because, you know, these are very important officials. You know, they deal with the social dimensions of people. Council, you know, they take care of refuse, they take care of car parks. You know, us in the greater Banjul area, we have problems of car parks, we have problems of roads and things like that. Refuse, Mullet, everybody is talking about it and things like that. So these are these councils, you know, are responsible for the day-to-day living, the day-to-day lives of you know, the citizens within their municipalities. So I'm calling on everybody to come out, anybody with a voter's card to come and vote. Because if you don't vote, you don't have a voice.
Exactly.
You know, making your voice known. And the thing is, sometimes people don't just have to talk. They just have to come. It's just 5-10 minutes. You cast your vote and then you go home. After all, it's a Saturday. It's no longer on a weekday. It's a Saturday. So, and the following day is a Sunday. So you'll have the whole Sunday, you know, to rest.
Okay, so then I guess the public, they have your advice would definitely be taken into consideration, and I guess that will be the end of this interview. It was really nice to get to talk to you and to hear from your part of the story, anything concerning the campaign, and I guess people have really learned from it outside, and it is really, really, really well appreciated. It was nice to actually have this interview with you, sir, and we are looking forward to the rest of the campaign at the end of the day.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
xam nga léegi internet bi da ngay soxla waru yéex. waaw waru yéex. dafa war a speed. gaaw ji la indi. comme bi àdduna bi yëpp am loolu moo am solo moo tax Gambie bi ci kaw. Thank you very much. This is for you.